No one knows if there is an existence that separate from us, things that we may not even see with our eyes. Open your eyes, widen your mind, sharpen your ear, and let us pray. Let's talk about haunted houses. The story of the Adriano. The haunted house is a concept that everything happens. Normally, the story involves ghosts or spirits living in the world long after the ship had passed on, inhabiting a growing and terror residence for anyone who cares to spend the night. There are several variations on the truth and seek of location. The ghost may be tied to a particular person or object. The ghost may wish to harm living person to stay in the house. It may want to impart some forgotten story, buried underneath the floorboards of the house. It may want a partner to finish task or fulfill some repetitive duty. The ghost itself may not exist. Perhaps the house is inhabited so much. Scholars have reviewed the walls of the house with their own secrets and fears. The house itself may be alive, or the oldest, not inanimate. In such problem, knowledge that these apparitions could be full of nuts and waste headed by the Japanese during World War II. People who live close to the property appear to have been hearing doors bang at night, despite the fact that the structure does not have any doors. Well, even though this is documentation of energy or though creepy haunted places, we will say that this is also a compilation of scary places in the Philippines. The one of it is Malacanang Palace of Manila. Have you always aspired to meet a Philippine president? How about a dead one? With Malacanang Palace's rich history, it is no wonder that the place has now been rife with stories of paranormal activities. Built in 750 as a summer residence of Don Luis Rocha, sightings of mysterious faceless resident. What we call in the Philippines is a capre, or a tree demon in Philippine mythology. He's named Mr. Brown, and even the ghosts of late President Manuel Quezon have been constantly reported by residents and personnel roaming in different areas of Palace. Even the current President Benigno Aquino III has reportedly heard the piano play during the wee hours of the night. Sadly though, no one is allowed to go ghost hunting here for obvious reasons. The second one is the Lateral White House in Baguio. Just the sight of this place can give even the gutsiest person the creeps. Built during 1920s, the Lateral White House is said to have been haunted even before it was transferred to the current owner, Lucio Tan. As the story goes, the first occupants of the house were the Lateral clan, one of the oldest families in Baguio, until it was turned into Japanese military garrison and served as a site of a number of brutal killings, violence, even though the rape. The victims of those events are said to have haunted the place since then. Screams, apparitions, and angry voices are reported to be heard and seen from the house at night. The next one is the Valera Drive in New Manila, Quezon City. Although technically not a house, Valera Drive is a popular street in New Manila, Quezon City. It's allegedly a haunted residential area and definitely deserves a spot in this list. If you are one of the very few people who has not heard of the story, well, rumor has it that a teenager was raped and decapitated by a taxi driver sometime in the 1950s along this very road. Seeking revenge, the young woman's souls never left the area. Since then, people have reportedly seen a white apparition, the image of two men turning up at 3 a.m. The remains of decapitated taxi drivers being found in the area. The latter, of course, is yet to be proven. The fourth one is Balay Negros, Ceylon City, in Negros Occidental. Once the home of French sugar baron Victor Gaston, this house-turned-museum has given tourists goosebumps ever since it was opened to the public in 1990. Old furniture, a ridiculously abandoned number of mirrors, old appliances, memorabilia, and black and white photographs of the owners hang across it. People who enter this house or museum have reported to experiencing feeling that they were being stared at or being followed by an unseen being. The fifth one is Teacher's Camp of Baguio. Baguio seems to be a favorite spot of the otherworldly beings, and this claim is somehow corroborated by many ghosts that surround this beautiful city. One of these many accounts is about the popular Teacher's Camp, which has long been offering accommodation and a venue for trainings and seminars. Seemingly peaceful place, people who have stayed here reported to hearing faint footsteps, mumbling voices, wailing, and even ghostly apparitions, and can make you think twice if you are planning to stay here. The next one is the Bahay na Pula of San Ildefonso, Bulacan. If only it could speak, this dark red house seems to be fending off anyone who dares enter it. The house's history justifies this feeling well, as its violent past alone seems to have tainted it forever. It is believed that the house has been a detention site for women during the Japanese occupation, and then later became a torture and burning site for captured guerrillas during the era. Because of this, rumor has it that the souls of the victims of those atrocities stayed in the house have haunted ever since. Faint voices, chains on the hardwood floor, and loud unsettling noises are said to be heard by those brave enough to stay the night. The next one is the Manila Film Center CCT complex of Pasay, located at southwest and there beside it, spooky corner of the cultural center of the Philippines complex in Pasay City is the ill-fated Manila Film Center, a project of former First Lady Emil Marcos built to host the first Manila International Film Festival. The building has been controversial because of an accident that happened during the final stages of the construction in November of 1981. The under construction building's scaffolding collapsed around 3 a.m. of November 17, buying alive under quick-drying cement at least 169 workers. Rumor has it that news about the tragedy was suppressed by the Marcos regime, who only allowed rescuers and ambulance to the area 9 hours after the collapse. The building has inspired countless stories and movies about the tragedy and the workers who perished. Restless spirits have allegedly haunted the place since the tragedy. The next one is the Baker Memorial Hall of the University of Philippines Los Baños, named after Charles Fuller Baker, the second and longest serving dean of the University of the Philippines College of Agriculture. Baker Memorial Hall was part of the Los Baños internment camp for American and Allied prisoners of war during World War II, and is the only structure in the campus that survived the war. Stories have it that apparition of guards and soldiers appears to unsuspecting students. It's creepy. The next one is the Clark Air Base Hospital of Angeles, Pampanga. Featured in the National Geographic show, I Wouldn't Go There. Clark Air Base Hospital in Angeles City, Pampanga can be considered the quintessential spooky place. An abandoned hospital used during World War II and the place wakes of suffering of countless soldiers who perished during the two wars. Accounts say that although most of the spirits that call the abandoned hospital home are quite harmless, some are spiteful, as evident by often being thrown at uninvited visitors. Respect and be on your guard in things we may not even see.